Hey everyone, welcome back to Catching Up with Walkers. Thank you for stopping by today and taking some time out of your day to join Cassie and myself.
Yes, thank you guys so much. We always look forward to chatting with you guys.
Yeah, it's something that we don't really get to do very much on our other channel because we've always got something going out on the farm. We want to share that farm life with you guys, and the kids are always keeping us on our toes, to say the least.
In the video where we built the chicken tractor, turkey tractor, someone said, a whole video without Ransom jumping in there? Wow.
Yeah, that's a wow, because he loves to be on the video, and we let him just about as much as possible. I don't know what he was doing that day. Why wasn't he
Well,
on the video?
it was rainy, and they were riding their bikes and in and out, and we were stationary. So, I mean, it wasn't like we weren't going to let him help put the coop together.
Yeah, but it's always a lot of fun on that channel. So thank you guys if you go watch that. Follow us on Walker Farm Fam. Obviously, that's where it got started. But we enjoy this kind of different time for us to sit down and chat with you and catch up.
I feel like we're having adult conversation because 5 kids all day by myself, not a lot of adult conversation going on.
It's good for you to have some adult conversations. It's good for her sanity. And mine too, but I get enough of that at work probably.
When we go to church, Gary's like, you haven't stopped talking. I'm like, I haven't talked to adults all week. So.
It's all right. People enjoy talking to you, I think.
Well, and a little secret about me, someone said we drink too much on here. Coffee. But when I go to the restaurant, what does the waiter and waitresses do? So
the waiters and waitresses are constantly asking her if she would like some more to drink. And she's constantly saying yes because her glass is empty. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't be asking.
But what do they do sometimes?
Oh, take the pitcher. And
bring me a whole pitcher of water and be like, here you go, ma'am.
Set it down right beside her. I'm glad they don't charge for refills. That's all I got to say.
Well, I usually always get water, too, because I need to drink water. But, yeah, it's funny because I'll be like, I've had 2 glasses of water, Gary, and yours is like still over half full. And he's like, yeah, that's what normal people do.
Unless we go to Olive Garden, then you get their special teas, like peach or...
I can only drink like one of them and then I ask for water.
Like passion berry.
So anyway, I'm sorry if I drink too much. I like to stay hydrated.
With coffee.
It's early and I have 5 kids.
Hey, without water, there couldn't be coffee. It's the main ingredient. So it's keeping you hydrated.
There we go.
It's just like
anyway,
Cassie's Gatorade. So catching up, we have something happening right now in the world that really doesn't apply to us back in the day. But
no, it doesn't apply to us now, but it does back in the day.
Well, it didn't apply to us back in the day because the laws were different. So let's rewind. Let's catch up way back to 2003.
Yep.
And Cassie was on a scholarship to play volleyball for...
Might surprise some of y'all.
Seminole State University.
Seminole State College.
Okay. I don't know.
Well, when you say...
Seminole State College, let's just keep rolling with it.
Well, but people think that's like Seminole, Florida.
Oh,
anyway.
No. So Seminole State College in...
It's Florida State and they're the Seminoles, right?
In Seminole, Oklahoma.
Anyway, I did not go there.
Yeah. So... Cassie played. You want to tell them about your volleyball days?
Sure, I played college volleyball.
And how many years did you play?
I played college volleyball for 2 years. So I was always a softball player, basketball player, and then in
broom hockey.
We actually did play broom hockey together, and you broke a bunch of brooms. Gary gets not like broke over his knee; he just like all out,
Competitive.
And, like, hitting the floor trying to hit the ball and broke them. Anyway,
Sorry.
It was also the church's brooms, but he replaced them.
I bought new ones.
Man, we chased a lot of rabbits. So when I was in 7th grade, they took all the girls into a room in our class and told us that we were going to be getting another sport. I guess it had to do with Title IX. The boys must have had one more sport than us. And we got to vote if we wanted volleyball or soccer, which is funny because now I love soccer. But we all voted for volleyball. So we got volleyball, and I decided to quit softball. So I quit softball and started playing volleyball. and it paid off because it paid for my college. So I went and played volleyball, and then towards the end of volleyball season, the basketball coach approached me, and she's like, I saw in your truck that your front license plate says Cassie with a basketball on it.
Not a volleyball?
No, it didn't have volleyball. Basketball, I loved basketball, and I always was going to go for basketball, but my senior year or my junior year, God really laid it on my heart that basketball wasn't the direction I needed to go, that it was volleyball. So I was like, okay. And we can talk about a lot of stuff, but I went and toured Seminole. They invited me to come on a tour, and I was like, this is the place. Didn't go to any other schools. My basketball coach was like, hey, you need to go here, here, and here. They want you to visit. And I was like, nope, going for volleyball to Seminole. So anyway, but God opened more doors because the coach saw on my license plate that I liked basketball. I mean, that I played basketball, I guess. And she had me come to a practice and asked me to be on the basketball team. So it was
the Bells, right?
Yeah, they were the Bells. We were the Trojans, but the basketball team was the Bells.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, because the like when the school was made, the factory that made bell-bottom jeans.
Wrangler, was it Wrangler factory?
I think so. It was in Seminole, and they they sponsored the first girls team or something. I'm not real sure. I can't remember. But anyway, I got to play both. So I was a college athlete playing volleyball and basketball.
So fast forward to
again
2021. So that was back in the day, glory days.
Yeah.
The reason Cassie's back hurts, like,
yes,
if she does anything like out of the ordinary, probably.
Yep. When I finally went to the doctor for my back right before we got married, because I was going to the chiropractor every week, and Gary and my mom was like, you need to go to the doctor and find out what is wrong with you. They did an x-ray, they do an x-ray before an MRI, all that, and the doctor was like, have you ever hurt your back really bad? I was like, well, played volleyball and was a college volleyball athlete, so my back hurt a lot. And he's like, well, at some point you fractured one of your vertebrae or something like that. He's like, it doesn't set right. So anyway, I have degenerative disc, but along the way I found out that my back hates me.
Yeah, and I think that she should be compensated for that. So I don't know if you've been following the news. So this is what our catching up is about today, because Cassie's our...
Am I about to be a millionaire?
Cassie's our college athlete of the family so far. Maybe we have another one. Ransom could, be on the basketball team. Muggsy Bogues does really well at playing basketball in the NBA. So I'll just read...
a short joke?
Ransom might grow, but I'm just saying, there's hope from every height, from the shortest to the tallest.
So what's your article?
Okay, so NCAA name, image, and likeness. So your name, your image, and likeness. What the rules changes mean. So if you've been following the news, you maybe haven't seen it because you don't care about sports, but maybe you have, that college... I
don't watch the news, so...
college athletes can now get paid for their name, Cassie, their image, and their likeness. So that's like Cassie's...
I might have made $5.
Like her likeness would be leaned over with a bad bat. Like you see the Air Jordan silhouette. Well, Cassie's is going to be like holding a volleyball. But name, image, and likeness. So players...
I just could have done decent.
I'll just read a really short thing here. So the doors open to a new era of college sports officially Thursday. So for the first time, all NCAA athletes are now able to make money from a wide variety of business ventures without losing their eligibility.
Yeah, and that was something that we always had to think about. I didn't play for the University of Nebraska or something that's a big volleyball powerhouse, but our coach made sure that we realized we couldn't do anything for money or really like gifts or anything. So like when we'd come home on breaks and things, I like to play, and so do my friends. I had friends that went and played college basketball. We would like to play. They used to have 3-on-3 tournaments a lot then, or even 5-on-5 for adults. They probably still do. I just have a bad back, so I'm not in that group anymore. But
there probably has-beens mostly. I'm just not throwing that out there for any of you guys. If you're playing 3-on-3 competitive, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So anyway, before Gary gets us in trouble, she was very adamant and made sure we knew not to accept things. Like if we won, you're not supposed to accept the t-shirt, which we probably did. We were poor college kids. We needed a shirt. But like if there was money involved or anything like that, I'm not real sure how we could have gotten in trouble. I guess it could have went back.
So if somebody on your competitor of yours, another team saw you and they're like, man, that Cassie, she can really spike that ball in my face. I'm going to report her to the NCAA. Next thing you know, next week your coach gets a phone call. We saw Cassie accepting money under the table at the basketball tournament.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, we weren't allowed. We were told not to accept things like that. Probably just to stay way away from that line that you're on, so that there'd be no questions. So now you're telling me that I wouldn't have been a broke college student?
No. I'm telling you, we may have just hit the jackpot. We've got to make some phone calls. We're going to call Seminole State, see how much money they made off of Cassie's likeness. If they made any money off of your image or your likeness, we need, not only do we need to get like refunded, but we need interest. Well, and if you guys aren't aware, compound interest is a thing. And we could get like this has been years and years. Like
we did a lot of fundraisers, and I was always the entertainment. And I worked the clock, like they had the rural state tournament. You know, those K through 8 schools that take basketball super serious. They had the state playoffs there for those schools, and I had to work the clock thingy. I was like the official clock worker. I should know this as a coach.
Clock employee.
Yeah, like
you're always on the clock.
You're supposed to wear like a ref jersey because you're like important or whatever. And the assistant coach was the announcer, and she always butchered the names because she wasn't from Oklahoma and she didn't recognize them, so I always had to help her. But anyways, like they made a lot of money off of me.
Okay, so really though, in all reality, rewind back to those days. Cassie could have came home to her hometown of Salina and say there was a local insurance company that wanted to put
I get it now.
Your name on a jersey. They could,
so like before you couldn't do that.
Yeah, they could sponsor you.
Like no one cares about the name Cassie Walker on a jersey.
No.
But if I was, say, LeBron James, didn't he go to college? It was Kobe who didn't go to prom.
Yeah.
No, LeBron didn't go to college.
So let's
say I was.
So I'm thinking like small town athlete.
Yeah,
so like,
but a big name, people would want a big name athlete on their stuff because they would get money from it.
Well, not only a big name though, just an average name from a hometown.
Oh,
so like you
because like my grandparents would have bought the jersey.
Yeah, well, or you go into college from a small town. Sometimes that's a big deal. All these little small towns don't have kids that go to college all the time.
That's true.
So what if, I mean, here in Locust Grove,
it was a big thing when I went. Like people were proud of me and things like that because I think I was the first person to go to college on a volleyball scholarship.
So it opens up an avenue though for like small businesses to sponsor, put marketing dollars into somebody that's a hometown athlete. So like, you know, like Mason
Fine would be a perfect example of doing that here.
Yeah. So
he's not like my brain is not working, but he's not like a OU court. What's Kyle Murray?
I'll explain it real quick.
Thank you, because my brain isn't working.
Mason Fine was a quarterback here in Locust Grove. He went to play at North Texas. So somebody here in Locust Grove, we had, say, Cowan Insurance Agency. They could have bought the rights to put Cowan Insurance and Mason Fine together on a shirt and sold that. And the money they made off of that and his likeness, maybe put his picture right on the front of it. And the money they made off of that could have went right to him. And they could have
like a percentage, I guess.
Yeah, or say the Chamber of Commerce wanted to have him there for a
because like he did
meet and greet,
speaking engagements, but never got paid for them.
Yeah, because he couldn't. Yeah. But they could pay him to come in, meet and greet, and get paid for that. So all that to say this: what do you guys think about it? What side of the table are you on? Do you think college athletes are getting enough off of their scholarship, because that's what they signed up for? I mean, they agreed to go to college, get it paid for.
I was grateful that they paid for my college.
And they don't come out of college, hopefully, with any debt. And you know, that's pretty good deal. They also get to develop their skills further. So if they want to go play professional sports after that, then they have the option to do so.
I feel like this is just going to be a mess. Like, do they have to keep up with the paperwork, or everybody's on their own? Just go do it.
I think it's. I mean, they can. I'd say if
you don't have to like file.
I'd say if you're a really high profile athlete, you're probably getting a sports agent.
Okay.
And probably getting started with that sports agent now, and then that will lead into your relationship in the pros.
That's what I was going to say. Like Kyle Murray, that was a quarterback at OU, would be like nationwide. People want to buy stuff with his name on it while he's in college. Makes him fine. People around here are going to go nuts for it, but maybe not nationwide. So that's what I was trying to explain a while ago.
Well, and really, it does. But what it really, I think, changes is that fact that you were scared about this and that rule. Mm-hmm. So now you can get compensated just because you're a college athlete. You can get compensated, and you can make a little money. What they really want it to do, I think, is there's a lot of kids out there that are basically just making it. Like they're not thriving financially at all. They're just making it on whatever the school's giving them. Sometimes they still have to pay for their, you were saying debt free, but whatever. It
depends on what kind of scholarship you get. You're not always debt free.
Yeah, and sometimes scholarship might not be all there. So there's a lot of questions. I bet this is going to open a huge issue.
Which most of our followers probably don't care.
Well, they probably don't, but they care about you. And you were a college athlete. So if we could go back and get a little bit of money, that money back, go for it. But if not, I just think it's an interesting thing that they finally opened up the law. It's been coming for like 10 years now.
Yeah, I know they've been working on it for a while. I didn't know it went through.
Yeah, there's a lot of big names in the sports industry that are like against it because they say it's taking all the, like college history and, just the name of playing for the university.
That goes along with something else. That reminds me of how, like, when I got my All-State ring in high school, that was a huge deal for me. I'd never got a cool sports ring like that. And we never won state. We were close to it. But, like, that was a huge thing, getting that state ring and all that. But now you see all these little kids who win a ring every weekend at the tournaments that they play in. And I just think that's nuts. But I guess it's better than getting all those little trophies that you just put on the shelf.
I think that's just a part of like daddy ball where everybody gets a ring. I think they'll grow out of it at some point because soon enough they'll get into competitive high school or.
Well, but I'm saying it's not as big like, oh, look, I got a ring at age 16 and compared to, oh, I'm 6 and I've won 25 of them.
Yeah. No, they're just loaded up. One for every
on
finger.
Every finger. So, all right. What's next?
Moving on, catching up. We've got the Reckless Beef shirt is in the house. Like literally, it's inside the house, and you can see.
You're not showing the very bottom.
I can. Yeah. Oh, the very bottom. Nope.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm not high enough to get on camera. But it's a cool shirt. I like it. It's really comfortable.
Like it. I was gonna wear mine, but you had yours on, so I wore Adler Farms.
I beat you to it. So if you guys haven't checked out therecklesssaintsofnowhere.com. And you can order a shirt just like this. You'll get 3 chances for half a beef that's sitting out right out there in our pasture somewhere. And it's going to be a lot of meat.
Yeah, from now to August 1st, you can buy a shirt, get 3 entries, and you can support an amazing nonprofit who gets addicts into treatment at no cost to them or their family.
And if you're local, this coming Saturday, July 3rd, we will be in Salina, Oklahoma.
Which is tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just know the date in my head.
I know, but I felt like it's Monday like all week. Gary felt like it was Monday yesterday.
I took off work for Nazzie's birthday.
And that's thrown you off.
And that's thrown me off like it's a Monday and then another Monday. But if you're in or around Salina, Oklahoma, we'll be set up selling some Reckless Saints merchandise along with them, selling our Reckless Beef shirts. So come by and visit. What's the time?
4 to 8 on the main street of Salina, next to Piggin' Out. There's an old little old storefront there, and we'll be set up out front next to Piggin' Out on the main street, a kind of catty corner to the big carnival that's going on. So if you have kids, or if you're just a big kid at heart, and come out, check out their 4th of July carnival, and then at dark time they'll be shooting off fireworks over the lake. It's a pretty cool little thing.
Yeah, they're gonna have all kinds of stuff, a boat parade.
Yeah, that's at 3, I think.
So all kinds of stuff going on in Salina, but we'll be there. So come see us. Come see some of the Reckless crew. I think we'll be there as well. should be a good time had by all.
Yeah, and if you've never eaten at Pig 'n Out, I mean, Bo and Lindy Moorhead would say Dairydale. If you haven't eaten at Pig 'n Out, go eat at it.
Well, to each their own.
I like Dairydale too. I just like to mess with them.
She just likes to give Bo a hard time. So other than that, as far as some of our most recent videos, and I think we put a story, did you put a story out about the alpacas?
Mm-hmm.
So some of you saw the alpacas getting sheared, and more to come. It won't be long.
Some people are like, that wasn't a long enough video.
Yeah, just wait just a tiny bit longer. We've got a full video out of the alpacas getting sheared. They are so much happier, I think, because they got that huge fleece off of them, big weight lifted off their shoulders. And so as far as what's coming up next here on Walker Farm, a lot. So we have not camped for a long time.
As newlyweds, and it started raining and the water started going drip, drip, drip on Gary's forehead, and he said, "This is stupid. I'm never camping again."
No, and I lied because I didn't camp again.
And then he rode the Trail of Tears on his bike and had to camp, except it was better camping.
So it was it was better-ish camping. But here's the thing. I was riding anywhere from 50 miles a day to 70 miles a day on my bicycle. Sometimes I think 81 was our longest day. And then we'd pull off, set up camp, sleep in a tent in a hard ground, or
we had blow up air
we had air mattress. It wasn't horrible, but
we just aren't campers.
We weren't big into camping. I think I kind of got ruined a little bit by that experience, by those two experiences. So I got off to a bad start.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wipe the slate clean. I'm wiping it completely clean.
I don't know if I'm quite there yet.
Bygones are bygones, and I'm got a tent this week.
The boys are gonna love that.
So I am taking my boys camping because I don't want to deprive them of
because of your
camping because of my bad experiences. And I'll take Mazzy's. We got plans for her to go camping too, but I think in this next week I'm going to try to take the boys camping. I've got some time off, the holidays coming up and stuff. So look forward to a camping video. We've been following along. Me and the boys like to watch the Outdoor Boys. So most of the YouTube channels we follow are homesteading and farm and kind of, Arms
people
family.
Like us.
Yeah. But we've really become interested in the Outdoor Boys because they're doing all kinds of exciting adventures. And the kids really like it, and it's clean. Yeah. I absolutely love it's a clean channel. So I do highly recommend that channel. The Outdoor Boys is the name of it. So go check that out. But we're going to be camping. So come along next week. Look for that video. And I'm really excited about it. So as far as praying goes, let's ask for some special prayers this week for my Aunt Joyce. She has just a few different things. Always seems like when it's one, it's multiple. But she is in need of prayers this week. And she is in the hospital right now. And so if you guys would say a special prayer for her, we appreciate it. And always look down in the comments because there are people leaving their prayer requests there. And whenever you say a prayer, I know that they are super thankful, just like I will be this week for me.
Yes, we thank you guys so much for that. Lots of fun things coming up. We appreciate you guys watching, supporting us. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that hit that bell for notifications. We love you guys. Have a great day, and God bless.